Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to another episode of Volgarr the Viking. We're back here again, trying to take on the menace of the angry bird people and their army of airships, rather their flotilla of airships. Hopefully they won't give us too much of a trouble here, but they can definitely be a bit problematic. So, these green bird people, not too hard to deal with, just gotta dodge around them since they can't really do much to you, and they tend to dodge underneath you on their own anyway. However, the blue and red ones can be much more problematic, as we'll see when we get to them. We have a blue bird soldier right over here. They throw these cool circular boomerangs at you. You can block them with your shield, sure, but they do come back and can give you a bit of a hard time if you're not getting the timing right on them. Our gnome friends here are not particularly a big deal either, since they glide at you in a fairly predictable pattern, and they're generally not too hard to kill. What you saw right there is one of the most dangerous Thor's hammers to pick up in the entire game because of its position. It is very easy to accidentally jump off of the ship while trying to pick it up. However, it looks like we managed to avoid that fate this time. We're going to stab this gnome from underneath, ha! And stab his friend as he tries to jump in to help. Perfect. We've now picked up the helmet, which gives us that nice attack speed boost as well as an extra hit of armor, so that's always nice. Let's jump down below here and stab a gnome. Perfect. Now, we're looking pretty solid here. We're coming up to our first red bird knight of the game. Could be a bit of a problem. These guys are fiendishly difficult, so what we're going to do is we're going to get ready to stab him in the back with lots of arrows, or rather spears. Now this time he's going to try and jump down on us, so we're going to dash away to the side, turn around and stab him until he's dead. The bird is not too hard to deal with on his own, but if you're not ready for his pattern, he can be a bit of a problem. He always swoops down at you once, dives down directly at you, and then will try and sweep from side to side at you on the floor twice. We'll probably see that at some point in the future, because there are a couple more of them that we're going to have to fight in this area, but we will wait until then. Alright, one other important thing to note is that this is not actually the same run-through as the previous one. This time, between Area 4 and Area 5, I actually had a power outage, so I was not able to use the same run-through since the game does not save. But hopefully it's not going to be too much of a problem, since I did manage to get all manner of loot anyway, so we're still in pretty much the same position we were in before. Now, we're going to climb up over here. We got lots of goodies, and we are approaching the edge of this area. This ginormous chain will allow us to access their fortress once and for all. We're going to try and take down their leader. I am all for that. So, this is a very cool fortress. This is really where this level excels, because it has these cool fan-based puzzles in it. In a fan, you can jump extra high, you can jump extra far, you can do a whole lot of things that you can't normally do, which is pretty cool. Bonk! Now this guy's going to fire his third one into that chest. We can jump over with impunity and slash him to bits. We can also grab a bit of treasure here and then climb up into this fan. We're going to immediately jump and throw a spear because that gnome will jump into it regardless. This is one of my favorite little things in the area, if I can actually get up here. This time when the fan goes, we'll have the full time, and if you jump at the edge of this thing, or wait till you fall in the wind tunnel and jump then, you can actually jump all the way across to that chest and get yourself a warrior spirit. A nice little reward there, otherwise it's basically impossible to reach up to. Now here we're going to trigger this guy and run back into the tunnel, because we do not want to get stabbed. We're going to jump over him, hit him in the back, perfect, he's going to do a dash at us, so we're going to let him. That means we can just stab him in the back as he passes, and, there we go, and he's dead. Sometimes these guys give us a hard time. They're one of my least favorite enemies because they are pretty darn tricky. But yeah, that dash attack is the other thing I was talking about earlier, where they'll try and sweep towards you. They do it generally in one direction, then the other direction, and then we'll take back to the skies afterwards. So, we're going to climb up, murder a gnome from behind, and watch out for the blue knight who is directly around the corner. The second throw generally does go farther, so be ready for that as well. And then we'll come... Oh goodness, that was not what I wanted. That's okay though. Somehow he got knocked back by my attack, surprise, surprise, and I wasn't ready for it. That's okay though, we get another Thor's hammer very soon, so it's not the end of the world. We do lose a little bit of gold for it, but that's okay. Grab ourselves another piece of treasure, and this is a cool little thing. Just like the snake area in another level, we can drop down here with our sword extended to immediately bypass all those angry gnomes. You can fight them if you want, but I'm not going to. We're just going to skip them completely. So what we're going to do next is we're going to kind of try and fly up around this way and try and grab ourselves a piece of treasure as we pass. This is a tricky one because the jump timing is very important, which we unfortunately missed. I will try one more time to go around and grab it, not that it really matters, and it's actually detrimental in the long run to come over here because of the fact that you have to go through new enemies now in order to try this, and we wasted our Thor's hammer again in doing so, like I mentioned. So we can try and come back around again pretty easily, but it's not necessarily the best plan. All it really involves, though, to get into there is a well-timed double jump, which you can generally do from about that position. There we go. If you come right close to the wall before you go, you can get in. You have to be careful, though, because if you jump down before those fans start again, you fall onto spikes, which is pretty hard to get out of. So that generally doesn't work out too well for you. Tank this hit, jump over, and he's going to hit us, in the shield. Perfect. Now this is, an interesting little trick as well. You jump across here and do a spinning attack. You can get right through that wall and grab yourself another warrior spirit. Dropping down, we'll face off against the final red knight of the area. If we duck here, he will dash across us. We can hit him in the back. There we go. He is instantly dead because of the fire sword we have. That spin attack did a whole bunch of extra damage to him, and we are now at the boss of the area. Alright, so this guy is a bit of a jerk. The Black Knight himself. He's going to dash past us. We're going to let him. Now he's going to do a ground pound attack, which has that shock effect from earlier. He will do another one on the other side, so we're going to come over here and jump across, and slash him again. And he has one in the center, so we're going to come over to the side, and we're going to slash him again. Now, he does another dash, and that's fine. He does another dash, I believe. No, he's doing this move, right. This is one of his best moves for us, because we can take advantage of it to an extreme degree by jumping up next to him and slashing him repeatedly. Then we just need to get out of the fan, perfect, and we can dodge his subsequent attacks. He's not actually too hard once you learn his pattern, but until you do, he can be pretty fiendishly difficult. And that is the Bird King defeated. Fantastic. We didn't do it with our Thor's Hammer attack because I wasted it twice, but the fact is we beat it without taking any real damage pretty quickly, although I did go around to get that other treasure to show you how it's done. And all in all, I said it was pretty successful. Could have been a bit better, but hey. Look at this lovely amount of treasure we've got in here. That makes for a grand total of... what's that? 8,500? Almost. That's a lot of loot, if you ask me. I like how you can see bits of other treasure hiding in there. We've also broken all of Fafnir's seal. All 5 segments have been cracked apart. Now we can get into his tower at long last. Awesome. So, I guess it's time to try that. Actually, I want to jump onto my pile of gold first. Whee! Chink! That's such a clever little effect. I think it's funny how it's so tall we can't go down the smaller passage. We have to go down the stairs now. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing through some more Volgarr the Viking for you. I know these episodes are pretty short, but hopefully you've managed to enjoy them nonetheless. And I look forward to showing you Area 6. Until then, bye-bye.